Happy Monday. Today is September 2nd. I honestly cannot believe we're into September. Summer is officially over and I'm so excited for fall. So today I am diving into pattern designing. I have to make my first pattern for my Patreon rewards for October. I always work a month ahead, so even though it's September, I'm designing for October and I'm so excited about this pattern. It is long overdue. So a few months ago, I came out with my dog snuggler pattern and I absolutely love that bundle. There were so many different dog breeds and I really was happy with how the dogs came out. I feel like I was able to capture the breeds pretty accurately and that just like gave me so much satisfaction. So I am finally going to try and make a cat snuggler pattern. I'm a little scared because cats notoriously have given me trouble design-wise. I feel like their facial features and just getting it to look more cat-like is kind of hard. I feel like designing dogs is way easier, but I'm so excited. Of course, I wanted to make Shay, but since Shay has like that white stripe, it's a little bit more complicated to design, so I decided to design a calico first. So I went ahead and actually did the body last night. I didn't film anything because the lighting wasn't as good, but this is what the body worked up to look like, and I actually was able to crochet the tail directly in, so that means less sewing for you guys, and look how it's turning out. Oh my gosh, I love the different paw colors, and with it being calico, I wanted to incorporate just like a random like color block of both orange and black. I honestly kind of feel like this looks like a koi fish just with like how the design turned out, like the coloring, but I think it will be amazing when it's all put together with the head. And honestly, I did use my dog pattern body as like a guide. I did switch up some things in the pattern. There's no paw prints, and also I'm making the cat a bit smaller so it's not as many rounds as the dog, but I really love how the body turned out. I'm so excited to show you guys the final look. I did go ahead and get started on the head, and this is what it's looking like so far. Oh my goodness, look at these eyes. My friend Katie actually made these eyes for me and sent them over, so I will have her Instagram link down below, but I thought green would be perfect because I know cats have gorgeous green eyes. I know Shay is a green eye girly, so I had to give green eyes. And then I tried something different. I wanted to embroider the whiskers directly on. I was going to have them like coming out of the snout and like have it more 3D, but since this is a snuggler, I kind of wanted to make it more baby safe. Even though I did go ahead and use synchro eyes, I just felt like, okay, I should probably embroider the whiskers on. And I also embroidered the nose and I gave it a cute pink nose since Shay has a pink nose, so I was kind of using her as inspo. And again, with it being calico, I just kind of like gave it random color blocks. So now I am working on the, oh, I just dropped the ear. So the last thing I'm working on is the ear, and I'm trying to make sure I make it as cat-like as possible. It's kind of hard to mock it up right now, but I think once I sew it on, it'll look really, really cute. So I'm gonna make one more ear in black and then put the cat all together. So this will be the first option in the bundle. I'm gonna try my hardest to make this a bundle, even though I'm kind of like swamped right now with other things, but I wanna try to make this a bundle. So I plan on doing calico, tabby with stripes, a Shay version, so you'll have like a white stripe and like some random spots, and then I guess just like a plain version. I don't know if that's too plain though, we'll see. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, I'll come on when we are all done. Oh my gosh, the cat is all done, you guys. I love how she turned out. This reminds me of my childhood cat, well, one of my childhood cats, Callie. I'll insert a picture here. So let me show you guys the final cat snuggler. Here she is! Look at her! She's such a little baby calico. I love her so much, you guys. Oh my goodness. I'm very excited to now adjust this pattern and make the tabby striped version and also a Shay version with the white stripe and maybe like a few random spots. I'm so in love, you guys. I cannot wait for you guys to make this pattern, and it'll be really fun to be able to bring your own cat to life. I think that's like one of the fun things about crochet is that you can literally bring your own pets to life in stuffed animal form. So very excited about this snuggler pattern. Just wanted to take a quick break from the video to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. So whether you're first starting out or you're trying to grow your brand, Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform that will allow you to create beautiful professional websites, engage with your audience, and sell literally anything online. I feel like starting a website is super daunting and overwhelming, but not with Squarespace. You do not need any coding experience to get started. They have thousands of beautiful professional templates for you to choose from as a starting point, and from there they have a super easy drag and drop website builder so you can tailor your website exactly how you want it. Another Another amazing and key feature that Squarespace offers is the ability to have an online store. If you're a small business owner like myself, having an online store is so critical, and I love that you can sell both physical and digital products. And the best part is, if you happen to sell at markets or pop-up events, you can actually get a Square reader, and that will allow you to take in-person sales, and everything will sync directly with your online shop. So what are you waiting for? Head to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/crochetbyjenna to receive 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring another video, and with that, let's get back into it. Hello friends, happy Thursday. I'm coming on with a cat snuggler update. I just got done the tabby version, and this is just the body. I still need to do the head, but oh my gosh, look how cute it is. I know tabbies are known for their stripes, so I had to include some stripes. This is kind of giving me zebra vibes though, and I don't know why, now looking at this, I didn't connect the stripes. Maybe for the next version I'll do a fully connected stripe, but yeah, for some reason I only envisioned this part, like the stripes on the side and with the, like the plain belly. So this definitely came to life how I was envisioning it, but then I kind of neglected the back. I guess it's kind of cute though, because I know some cats, like their stripes don't necessarily connect all the way across. At least that's how Shay's are. They're just kind of like there on the side. So I think I'm gonna leave this design as is, but I will also include a version where you can connect the stripes. I will definitely be making Shay next, but I'm trying to think how I want to do the head. I think for this one, maybe I'll do like a white snout and then a gray head, and then for the Shay version, I'll do the stripe. Yeah, I think that would be really cute. But yay! I'm so excited to see this one come to life. I just got done the tabby, and look how she turned out. I love her, I love her. I gave her the blue eyes because I feel like tabbies have really cute eye colors, so I decided to do blue, and I gave her slightly different whiskers as well. I feel like the other one was like too straight, and I feel like the way the head is shaped, I keep saying Tigger, like from Winnie the Pooh. I feel like you could easily create him if I made this orange and black and this mushroom color, but yes, I'm so in love. I'm so in love. Okay, I'm finally going to make Shay now. I'm going to make a white stripe version and have it be Shay's colors. I'll probably do the paws white and then some random like orange spots, but yeah, I'm super excited to bring Shay to life next. Good morning friends, I'm coming on because I just realized that I never did our tally of all of the yarn that I used and all of the plushies that I made in August. So today is currently September 10th, but this video won't go live until September 25th, so I know it'll probably seem late to the game, but it is only September 10th, so I figured better late than never. Let's just go ahead and sit down and count it. I want to see this through and make sure I log every single month. That way at the end of the year in December, we can go over the entire thing, we can go over all of the statistics, and we will have all of that data. August was definitely a busy month for me in terms of like making plushies and using yarn. As you guys can see, my bin over there is full to the brim with all of the skein labels. I have been working on a top secret project that I can't share with you guys yet, and that will kind of impact what plushies I'm able to show you that I made in August, because some of them are a secret. I'll have to blur them out. Actually, no, I'm not gonna add the picture of them. We'll just count them in the final total. But okay, let's go count. Oh my goodness, you guys, so many labels. Also, don't mind me, I'm in my PJ pants. I'm just gonna organize them real quick. Okay, everything's organized. Now let's count up. First, I'm gonna do the lowest categories. So we have 1 skein of Little Bunny, 2 skeins of Sweet Snuggles, 3 skeins of Red Heart Saver. This was from my tapestry project. 4 skeins of Bernat Blanket. 1, 2, 3, 7 skeins of Parfait Chunky, and lastly Parfait XL, which is the largest category. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, there was a Parfait Chunky in here. So 8 skeins of Parfait Chunky. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. and 19 skeins of Parfait XL. Okay, let me go calculate what that actually is in total. Okay, and the grand total for August, in terms of how many skeins I used, 37 skeins. Wow, I feel like that is a lot. And I know a lot of those skeins were Parfait XL, 19 out of the 37, and that was for my top secret project. So I guess it makes sense, but wow, that is pretty high. I'm gonna pull up my Notion and log that, and then I will go back into my photos and see all of the plushies that I made. I'm gonna guess the plushie number is at least 10 to 15 plushies for August. Okay, so I just got done counting up all of the plushies. So the total came to 22. I have the 12 plushies that I made here, plus 10 secret plushies that I can't show you guys. But I did include my tapestry crochet bag as a plushie. I guess it should really just be like projects that I completed in the month. But yeah, we have the dolphin that I made for my friend, Anchor, all of the doll plushies, a dragon, a giraffe, and my little fluffy loaf cat. So it was definitely a great month. And then yeah, the total, oh wait, I have to update this. It was 37, not 85. That was from the previous month. Yeah, we are getting there, you guys. Only a few more months left in the year, which is honestly crazy. How are we in September? And then at the end of the year, we will do a really fun video going over everything. I'm so happy that I just logged that because I was putting that off, and now I can go ahead and recycle all of my skein labels and make my office look much cleaner. It always like gives me the ick seeing the labels like over there. It kind of looks cluttered, but I know I have to save them so I can count up all of the totals. So it's always kind of nice when I log it, I can go just recycle them all. And oh my gosh, wait, I have to tell you guys a crazy story. So I actually have a super fun secret that I get to share with you guys finally, because by the time this video comes out, you guys probably would already see it, but Etsy reached out to me, literally Etsy, and they invited me to a special event in New York. And when they reached out, I was like, oh my gosh, wait, is this real? Is this like a scam? There's no way that Etsy is reaching out to me. So honestly, this is kind of like my first ever like little brand trip, and I feel so incredibly blessed and thankful to have this opportunity to go to New York, tour Etsy's headquarters, meet the team, network with other sellers, and really just like see everything behind the scenes that goes on at Etsy. I'm so excited, you guys. I personally am still on Etsy to this day. I started my small business on Etsy. I love Etsy. Yes, there are fees and like downsides to Etsy, but there's downsides to anything, you know? I personally believe that Etsy is a great platform for small business owners to really get their foot in the door. The organic traffic that you can get with Etsy is like untouched, and that's why I remain a seller on there to this day. So I could not have imagined a better brand to reach out to me and like invite me to a brand trip. But long story short, I went to go book my flights like a few months ago for this event, and just yesterday I was like, let me just double check on my flights, and I realized that I booked the flight for the wrong day. Like, I do not know what made me go in and be like, oh, you know what, let me just like check on this flight. It's not until next week, the event. So thank goodness I decided to double check it yesterday versus like the night before, because you know, Etsy coordinates all of that. So I feel like it would have been really hard to make a change the same day or the day before. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I scheduled myself to fly in the day of the event, and I should have scheduled myself to fly in the day before. And when I saw that, I was like, wait, like that is literally the day of the event. Like, this is wrong. And I like started panicking, but luckily we were able to figure it out. It's all good. But how sad would that have been? I would have been so excited to go on this trip with Etsy, and then I show up and the event is essentially over. Like, oh my gosh, I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful I caught that. But honestly, this is not the first time I like botched a flight. I remember last year I booked a flight for my husband and I to go to my friend's wedding, and I booked it on the wrong weekend. I guess I'm just like not focused when like booking these flights, which is so bad. I need to like obviously focus, but yeah, thank goodness it all got resolved. I just had to share that with you guys. Like, that was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I missed it? But I'm definitely gonna vlog the entire experience, and I know I say this all the time, like I'm gonna vlog and then I don't. No, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I'm gonna vlog this amazing experience, and I will definitely put out a video on it. So definitely stay tuned for that. And then speaking of other things that I need to catch you guys up on, I made a third cat snuggler. I actually decided to try and make Shay, so let me show you guys. So here is Shay. Look at her, you guys. Wait, let me put the ears up. Sometimes the ears get folded. So cute. Now Shay technically has green eyes, but I didn't have any like green eyes in my bin, so I went with these like yellow eyes, and these are from my friend Katie. She's a fellow patron, and she sent me these eyes, and I absolutely loved how these ones looked. So I was like, okay, I will put these eyes on Shay. but so cute, right? So Shay is mainly white and she has some like random spots, so that's what I did for this cat. And there's also a spot on the back, and then also I tried to mimic the stripe that Shay has on her face. I love how Shay turned out. I'm calling this cat the spotted version, and then to recap, I also have the calico version, and I'm calling this one the striped version. So now the kitties are all complete. This will be a 3-in-1 bundle, and I'm very excited to see everybody's cats come to life. My patrons are currently testing this for me, and I'm so excited to see how everyone comes up with their cat, because I feel like whenever people test my patterns, there is so much creativity that I don't even think about, and when I see the final results of the pattern test, I'm like blown away by the creativity. Like, I love how people always have their own take on a pattern, and they change up the colors, they change up the yarn, the size, etc. So it's always a surprise looking through everybody's like final versions. So by the time this video comes out, this pattern will definitely be live. It'll be available on my Etsy and my website, but if you're a patron of mine in Hook Club or Yarn Club, you will get the final version of this pattern, October 1st. Hey friends, happy Friday. Today is September 12th, so I'm gonna sit down and do some pattern designing today, and I'm super excited about the pattern that I am hopefully gonna come up with. So this year has definitely been a big year of the dragon. I feel like dragons have been very trendy in 2024, and they've carried over into 2025. There's just something about them that is just like so fun to crochet, and I feel like there's so many like stories and movies and books about dragons, so naturally people really love making them. So this year I specifically made my like fourth wing inspired dragons, and that was like a plushie like laying down, and then I also made my dragon snugglers, which is also loosely based off of fourth wing, and that was like a snuggler version. So naturally I'm like, okay, what's left in terms of dragon designs that I could come up with? I could either go like the mini dragon route, or I could do like a standing dragon, since I have been in my four-legged like animal era. So I was thinking like, why not try to combine that idea into one? So I'm gonna try to do a mini standing dragon. And I personally kind of like modeling my dragons after fourth wing in terms of like the horns and like the style of the face. So I feel like I'm gonna carry that over into my standing slash mini dragon, and that way it'll really complete like the whole dragon set that I have going on. And then maybe I'll like bundle that up in case people want all three options, but I'm excited. I'm excited. This will be the second free pattern for my Patreon members in October. So if you're in Yarn Club, you will get this pattern starting October 1st. And then for everyone else, it will just be available on my Etsy and website. By the time this video comes out, which is probably end of September, it'll definitely be out, hopefully. So definitely check it out down below if you're interested. So in terms of colors, historically, I've done like black and gold since I did model them after fourth wing, but I think for this dragon I'm gonna just start with this like blue color. What is this? This is literally called Blue by Parfait Chunky, of course. And I'm doing this because mainly whenever I did like the black dragon, that was like the first one that I made, so naturally I took pictures of it to include in the pattern. But with black yarn, it's really hard to see the stitches, and I apologize about that. So I am going to choose a better color that will be kind of like the standard that I will include like all of the reference photos of, and blue is definitely like way easier on the eyes. I have like a rough idea in my head what I want it to look like, so I'm just gonna dive into it. I'm just gonna go for it. The ripping of the skein. Wow. Also, this totally reminded me of something I saw on TikTok. Oh wait, Shay is getting in my coffee. No, baby. Shay, say hi to everybody. Shay is up bright and early. It is currently 7 a.m. I try to log on at like 7. I've been getting up at like 6:30 this entire week, which I'm very proud of myself for. It's been a very productive week, but I'm surprised that Shay is here because she is normally like nowhere to be seen for the first like few hours of the morning. Oh my gosh, she's gonna show her butt, so I'm gonna pan the camera away from her. And actually I'm gonna do a quick like audit on Etsy to see kind of like what dragon patterns are out there in terms of standing dragon patterns. I do like to do this because, you know, in this day and age, there are so so many patterns out there that already exist, but I get this question a lot. It's like, do you find yourself like scared to create new patterns if like something similar already exists? And the answer is, it's a complicated answer because of course I never want to copy anybody. I don't want to copy anyone's designs. I always strive to have my own unique original designs, of course, but naturally, given the world of crochet and how there's so many patterns out there, so many people designing, there will be some overlap. And my, stance on that is, as long as you're not going to someone's, page, buying their pattern and copying it word for word, uploading it as your own, like, I feel like it's a fair game for you to try to come up with your own design of something that already exists. And a good example is, my giraffe pattern that I just came out with. There are thousands of giraffe patterns, but I did try to make sure that my standing giraffe pattern was unique where, I had spots throughout the body. That was something I noticed that other designs didn't have. I also, worked up the legs into the body my own, unique way. I know there's so many different ways for you to have like a four-legged creature, so I worked it up my special way, creating the neck hole the special way. So there's multiple ways for you to like design a pattern, and like don't let it scare you that there are already like thousands of patterns out there. There's always a way for you to put your own unique spin and twist on it. So yeah, I definitely just wanted to mention that. I talked to my patrons about this, but I think it's important to talk about it publicly here on YouTube because I know a lot of you who watch my channel are also aspiring crochet designers, crochet small business owners, and never be scared to like get into the pattern designing world. Designing patterns is one of the things that truly like changed my business. Like it completely catapulted my business to the next level, and I'm so thankful for that. But without pattern design, I don't know if that would ever happen. So don't be scared to design patterns. Basically, that's the takeaway. Okay, that's a long tangent for 7 a.m. I gotta focus. We gotta be productive today. I really want to get this done. Let me quickly see what standing dragons already exist. I should have probably done this already before opening up this video, but it's fine. So I'm just gonna look up like standing dragon crochet pattern. Oh yeah, we're good. I truly don't see anything that looks like what I have in mind. I think we have the green light. Yay! Okay, we're just gonna go for it, you guys. We're just gonna see what happens. Oh, and another question I get is like, how do I design my patterns slash like, where do I design them? So I originally always used to design them, like write them down in a Google Doc, like just a plain Word document. But earlier this year, I finally took the leap and I went over to Canva, and there is no going back. Like once I made the switch to Canva, I saw the hype. Like my patterns just look so much more professional. They're like a lot more fun to design because you can add all these cute stickers and colors and fonts. It like makes designing way easier. So if you guys want a Canva tutorial where I do a deep dive of like how I actually design the patterns in Canva, let me know because that's definitely something I can do as well. But okay, I'm gonna stop yapping because I need to focus. I obviously, from previous videos, we know I cannot multitask like this when designing or trying a new pattern. So I'm gonna switch you guys over to time lapse and then I'll check in. I'm gonna try to do like the feet, and I think I just want to do plain feet. I know a lot of dragons have like the little bobble stitches, but honestly, I really don't like bobble stitches, so I'm gonna stay away from them. And my one dragon pattern, like the main plushie one, didn't have bobble stitches, so I'm just gonna carry that over into this design. But yeah, I will check in with you guys later. Look at Shay. She looks so round from this angle. Also, I don't know why she does this, but lately she loves sitting like right on the edge of my laptop, and she's just like hunched over and like oddly angled to look out this window. But it's like, baby, you have a whole blanket here and like main window access. I don't know why she loves to like butt up against the computer. Good morning, Shay. And then she'll like rub on the corner. And my husband's like, oh, you can't let her do that because then she'll like bite the corner of the laptop and break the screen. But I let her do it anyway. Hi, baby. All right, friends, I'm checking in with you guys. I got done the tail and I got done the 4 legs, and like I mentioned earlier, I decided not to do bobble stitches, but I did make a little curvature of the front of the leg. That way you can kind of see it as a leg and it's not like just straight. So now I'm gonna work on the body. I decided that I'm going to try and make the tail crocheted into the body as well. I did do this technique for my ferret pattern, and I'm doing this so it will minimize on the amount of things that you have to sew. I feel like whenever I have the opportunity to try to crochet something into the body, I try to do it because who doesn't want one less piece to sew? So I'm gonna work on that now, and we will see how the body shapes up, and then the last things I will have to do are the wings and the head. Very curious to see how this comes out, and hopefully I'm getting the dimensions right. Like I mentioned earlier, I do want this to be on like the mini side. I don't want this to be like crazy big or anything. Hopefully it'll whip up quicker than the other two dragon patterns, but we'll see. I feel like I'm not the best at actually like planning out the dimensions, so I never know what the final dimensions will be until like it's done. Alright, coming on for another check-in. I just got done crocheting the legs and the tail into the body, and it is looking so good, you guys. I'm so obsessed. This actually could kind of be a dinosaur pattern too. I feel like I could easily turn this into like a brontosaurus. And honestly, I'm surprised that it's coming out. I was really worried because adding the legs and having the curves facing like towards the front, it was giving me a little issue at first, but so far so good. It is currently 11 o'clock, so it's taken me what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? It's been like 4 hours. That's crazy. The day like flies by, I swear, especially when I'm like pattern designing. Like, it just flies by. And that's like a question that you guys ask me, is like, how long does it take you to design a pattern? And for like more complex patterns, I'd say at least a full day, probably like a full 8 to 10, 12 hours. And then actually writing up the pattern and finalizing that, it's extra hours. So altogether, a lot of time goes into pattern designing. I will say this took a little longer too, because I just sat down and filmed an entire video tutorial on how to attach the legs and the tail, just because, you know, I always want my patterns to be super clear. And if there are beginners, I feel like a video tutorial is always super helpful. That's what I personally look for when I purchase patterns. Like, I'm always thankful for a video tutorial. So I try to give back and do that same thing for my patterns. But okay, I'm gonna go heads down and we're gonna continue working on this guy. In terms of size, I feel like he's a good like regular size. I wouldn't call him mini. I kind of made him a little big. He's definitely turning out larger than I thought, but hey, I'm just gonna take it. A nice regular size dragon, I'll take that. Coming on for yet another check-in. It is 1 o'clock and I finished the body of the dragon, and look at that neck. I added in that neck so the head could sit perfectly on top of it. At first I was like, I don't know if I want a neck, but after looking at pictures of dragons, like a lot of them have like the long neck. So I was like, okay, I will do that. And like the way I like to design it is I'll like leave the neck open like this, and then you'll just sew the head directly on top, and that makes it easier. I definitely could convert this into like a brontosaurus pattern, or even like a dog or cat. I see a lot of potential to use this same base for like a lot of patterns. So now that I was able to like finalize it in terms of like the built-in tail and the built-in legs, I'm really happy with it, and definitely will adapt it in the future. On the top of my head, I want to do for sure like a standing dog and a standing cat, but that will probably be later down the line. Maybe later this year though, who knows? But for now, I'm gonna stick to the dragon and work on the head and the wings, and I'm trying to think whether I want to do like spikes or something down the spine to make it more like dragon-y. I feel like once the wings and the head are added though, it'll be pretty clear. Maybe I'll add like a tail piece. But yeah, I'm really excited with how it's shaping up, you guys. I love the little curvature of the feet. I absolutely love the tail built in. Everything is looking so amazing. Thank goodness, you guys. Thank goodness. I'm glad it's been smooth sailing so far. Okay, so for the head, I decided to do like basically the same head as my previous dragons, but I changed up the snout ever so slightly. I took away one round, but I think everything else will be the same, and I was worried that the proportions wouldn't look right, but I think it actually will be perfect, like the perfect size head. I'm so excited, you guys. But it is time for the very important eye choice. I feel like I should go with a blue, and actually, looking at them really quick, let me show you guys. I think I'm gonna go with these ones. These are just like a very pale baby blue. I think they are so gorgeous. These are, of course, by Lush Looks Loops, my girl May. She has this whole blue set. She has a pink set. She has a lot of different sets. I love it, but I always keep these in stock. So wait, let me put it in and show you guys. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, these are so cute. Okay, so they essentially will look like this. How gorgeous, you guys. Oh my goodness. I love the light blue. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna put the backings in and then we'll go from there. I think it's going to turn out so good. This will be an all blue dragon. Hello friends, it is 3 o'clock coming on for another update. So I finished the head. I love him. I love him so much. I love this blue color. I actually don't really use just blue. Usually I do a light blue. This is just called blue. I am loving the shade. It is coming up so nicely on camera too. Also, I'm rocking a blue crew neck today, so very applicable. Everything is very matchy. So I went ahead and attached the head to the body, but it turns out the neck was like too long. It couldn't hold up the weight of the head, so I had to frog 2 rounds of the neck and make it a little shorter. But I think this will be perfect. And look at that. Wow. It looks so good, you guys. It looks so good. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited. Then the only thing left is the 2 wings and the tail end, and then we'll be done. We'll be done. It took literally all day. I've been working on this since 7 a.m., which is crazy because it really doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like I've been like sitting and crocheting all day. I guess that's what happens when you like love doing something. You lose track of time. But okay, hopefully the next update I have is the dragon all finished, but I wanted to come on and keep it real with you guys and tell you that, you know, I had to frog the head, I had to redo the neck. That's just the nature of pattern design. But okay, gonna keep going and I will check in with you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, the last check-in of the day. It is 5 o'clock and perfect timing. I just got done the dragon. I'm about to log off for the day, but let me show you. I love how he turned out. Here he is. Oh my gosh, how majestic is he? Ah! I did put his head on a tilt so he's like facing you on the angle, and I think that's better because I do love seeing his facial details like to the side. Like, oh my goodness, you guys, this blue is everything. I'm really excited to make like a non-monochrome one. I feel like adding a bunch of different colors will make it really fun. But for his tail piece, I just went with like the regular like dagger tail look. And oh my gosh, you guys, I am in love with how he turned out. Like, I'm so shocked how he turned out because I wasn't sure if it would like come to fruition, you know? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Okay, I need to make Tatum and Andy next, of course, but this was a long day. I feel like drained now that I finished it, but it's very satisfying. So perfect way to end the day. I will definitely come on and update you guys in another video once I make Tatum and Andy though, because I definitely will be making them, and maybe in the future I will make a tinier version because he did turn out pretty like regular sized, but honestly it goes so well, like the proportion, so I'm not even mad about it. Callie is begging me currently to go take her on her W though, so my husband and I are probably gonna go do that. So I will check in with you guys later, or maybe this might be the end of the video. Actually, JK, editing Jenna will take care of it, but in case it is the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the absolute best. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! I'll see you in my next one!